Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 15, Panchadasho Adhyayaha, the 15th chapter. It is called as Purushottama Yoga. Purushottama Yoga means the yoga of the Supreme Self, Supreme Reality. And last night when we left it, we had seen now verses number 7, 8. We stopped at verse number 8. When the jiva leaves this body, the jiva goes well. And that jiva is what? Bhagavan says, an amsha of his only. The jiva is a fraction of Bhagavan only. And I highlighted a very important philosophical precept which you must always remember. Even though we are a fraction of Bhagavan, it doesn't mean that we are a fraction apart from him, separate from him, away from him or any such thing. We are fraction, but have you seen anar, pomegranate? Huh? If you open a pomegranate, how many seeds you see? So many inside, right? So each seed is distinct yet part of the same anar. It's not a separate. The seed, the anar grows on the tree. Yeah, so seeds do not grow separately all over. All together in one. And the seeds together make up the anar actually. So something of that sort. It's not that we are separate from Ishvara at any time. We are part and parcel of Ishvara. Yet each jiva has some distinctiveness. The things that make up the distinction also in that jiva, those things are also made up of Ishvara. So the jiva is made up of Ishvara because jiva is a fraction of Ishvara. But let us say the jiva has a habit of getting excited all the time. The jiva gets excited all the time. That excitement which distinguishes this jiva from another jiva, because that other jiva, he doesn't get excited, right? And this one gets excited, let us say. So that excitement is also made up of Ishvara. And the other fellow is calm and cool. He doesn't get excited. That calmness and coolness is also made up of Ishvara. So everything about the jiva that gives him distinction also is made up of Ishvara. So everything like that in the universe is nothing but Ishvara. Mamai vamsho jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana. So that jiva, in the second chapter, a nice verse is given. He says, Vasam sijinani yatha vihaya navani grihnati naroparani. Now when this body has become old, tatha sharirani vihaya jirnani anyati yani samyati navani dehi. When this body has become old, just like when clothes have become old, we cast them out. When this body has become old and non-functional or such thing, the jiva drops the body and moves on to some other body. So people have a lot of questions regarding that thing. Where is jiva goes? What happens to this fellow? So, from that point when he leaves that body, that jiva could go into another body immediately if that body is available. If that body is not available, that jiva will go to a place called as Pitrilok and wait until the body becomes available. If the body is not available, then he'll just wait there. So for ordinary beings, bodies are very easy to get. We go from one body to the next very fast. It could be from 0 time, means immediately you go to the other body, or that jiva could linger on in this universe for a long time. So there are certain occasions when the jiva lingers on for a long time. Those are called as abnormal cases, not normal cases. For example, I'll give you some examples. If that person is a sage or a saint, to get a next saintly birth means the parents have to be like how Bhagavan Shri Ram could only take birth in the house of his great sage Manu and Shatrupa, who was born as Dasharatha and Kausalya. How what a long, thousands of years after only they were born as Dasharatha and Kausalya, and then only the Lord could take birth. Means a being of that caliber has to be parents of that caliber. Now that is very difficult to find. So saints and sages take a long time to get a body. Then the worthy parents are not there. Like that, there are certain types of, for example, people who commit suicide. They take a long time to get a body, and they suffer like anything, because they see all the other jivas getting body quickly. The jiva leaves his body and gets another body, and this, because of the sin, atma hatya it is called, of committing suicide. They cannot get they dangle in between worlds. They dangle in between dimensions for a long time. And all the jivas are coming and going, getting new bodies. And they lament and lament and lament. That's because they think that the problem in this world is too much, so they commit suicide. So they don't know that they're jumping from the frying pan into the fire. After you go, have you found yourself like that? Now, I do it all the time, I show you. When you go, now they changed the system in immigration in Trinidad, right? When you came there before, they used to have so many, let's say 10 immigration officers. So you go and you line up. They still do that in America. You go and you line up. In Miami, they still do. So from 1 to more than 10, no? 25. So you see which line looks the shortest and line up there. Right? So I'm lining up in line number 10. So I see right next to me number 11 looking real short. So I leave 10 and gone in 11. This 10 finish and gone and I'm still standing there. It happens every time. So I tell people, whenever you want to get delayed in immigration, stand up behind me. The line I will choose, that is the line will never move. Because I jump from the frying pan into the fire. So now I have taken a sankalpa. Whichever line I'm there, even if it's moving or not moving, I stay right there. Because you learn from experience also. So, the people who commit suicide, is what happens to them. They think that they have escaped the sorrows of this world, but they do not know that they have gone from a little bit of sorrow to 600 years of sorrow. Here, in this lifetime, it would have been another